Welcome back to the attic, everyone. I'm Andy. Today, I'd like to talk about a special player to me. He's one of my favorite pirates, probably top five easily. Doesn't get enough recognition in this hobby or in the sport, to be honest. This player played 18 seasons in the major leagues. Good enough to stick around that long, you're pretty good. He had a career batting average of 303, 2,743 hits, which leaves him at 58th all time on the hit list. 1,326 RBIs, 100th, 1,189 runs scored, which is 192nd. He had 219 home runs, 529 doubles. That was 44th all time. And he was a 7-time All-Star and a 3-time Silver Slugger. None other than Scoop, Mr. Al Oliver. So that's going to be my featured player today. He needs to get in the Hall as well. I feel he's a Hall of Famer. It's a shame it took Dave Parker as long as it did. It's time we start pulling for these other guys. And I'm biased, so obviously I'm pulling for a Pirates player. There's many of other teams that have players that also should probably be in the Hall of Fame. So I'm not taking nothing away from them. All right, I'm going to show you some cards of my pretty much Pirates Topps base card run, and there's also a few other things. Oh, and before I forget, one other thing. I want to give a special shout out to a community member that goes by the name of Ed at Angry Old Man. He contacted me a few weeks back for my address, and I didn't know what he was sending me. And I received it during the week, and like an idiot, rather than wait for the video that I was going to do, I opened it like a child on Christmas morning when I seen who it was from. So, but anyway, it made my day. It made my week. A lot of you know Ed as a TTMer. I know him as a friend. I truly appreciate his support and getting to know him a lot better. Anyway, with that being said, he sent me this in the mail. This is a ticket stub. I guess they ripped the bottom off here, but it's a full ticket stub from Game 2 of the 1974 National League Championship Series, and that was between the Dodgers and the Pirates. The guy I'm going to show coming up was on that 74 team. Pirates lost that series 3-1, but this ticket, and little does Ed know, I actually collect a few tickets. I have about a dozen different tickets from different games of the Pirates. So, Ed, thank you so much. This fit really well. Honestly, anything Pirates, I love. But this was very special coming from you. I really appreciate it. He did write me a little note. I don't know if he wants me to read it or not, so I'm going to keep that personal. Please go check him out. He does some videos as far as almost like a slide type show type video with music, and shows a lot of great players of the game, of most sports, football included. But yeah, go check him out. Great guy, great channel. Don't let his channel name deter you from checking him out under that rough exterior of the channel name. I know he's a pussycat. So, Ed, really, seriously, I truly, honestly appreciate this. I appreciate your friendship and your support. Thanks again. And all right, let's get to the man of the hour. And I'm back. All right. right in front of you is my autographed baseball. It's a National League signed ball. I also have this RC Cola can, as I do the Dave Parker. It's also bottom open. Pirate Parrot back there, cheering him on. That's a new project I just started. I had maybe one or two cards, and I figured, well, let's see how many Parrots cards there are. There's quite a few. So I just started this set. I have maybe 6 or 7. You could see 5 in front of you right now. And I guess I'll be working on that a little bit. It's not a very expensive project. I do like a lot of the sports mascots, such as the San Diego Chicken, Pirates Parrot, and Philly Fanatic, to name probably my top 3. Anyway, we're going to talk about Al Oliver today. That's what we came here for. So I'm going to start by showing you the first card I have. This is the 1969 Topps Al Oliver rookie card. And he's on there with a not too shabby Pirate either, and Mr. Richie Hebner. So really enjoy this card. I looked for a couple years for a PSA 8, because you all know I love that number 8. And I just could not find nothing that I liked to the point where I would pull the trigger. And I seen this one. Next is the 1970 Topps. Good year, because that's the year I was born. It has the Topps All-Star Rookie Trophy. A lot of you guys out there collect these cards. It's 1971. I don't know. Some people don't like the backs of these. They're different. A lot of people like the full stat backs, which are cool. I like them too, but just for this year in particular, kind of liked it with the black and white image. 71s are some of my favorite cards from the 70s. It's 1972. 1973 Topps. This is another set I really think is underappreciated. I like it. A lot of the photography, the action shots and stuff, could be better. And there's some blurriness in some of the pictures. But I had a book years ago when I was a kid, and it had all the positions. It was a baseball book as far as team by team. And these remind me of that book, because when it would come to the page, it would show a diagram of a baseball field, and for every position, it would have a little thing like that. If I ever come across it in the attic, the literal attic, I'll have to break it out so you can see what I'm talking about here. But they would have that little image for the positions they would play. 73s are hard to get the front and the back centered up pretty good. But this is the 1974 Topps, which, as you've heard in other videos when they showed the Dave card, or the 75 Dave Parker. Certain Dave Parker cards have the shoulder patch on for the Roberto Memorial patch or Memoriam patch. I'm not sure. I think the photographs were supposedly taken in 73. This next one's a cool one. I really like this one. I enjoy it, regardless of what PSA says. That to me, guys, looks pretty freaking centered. I haven't been able to find any flaws on this, even with a magnifying glass. That's all right, because guess what? If you look at it right there, cover that up, it's a freaking 10 every day, all day. These are thin stamps. It's the 1974 top stamps. They're really neat. I like, as you know, some oddball stuff. I know people are cringing out there because I called it oddball. Well, that's it is what it is. All right, we got 75 tops. Another one of my favorite sets. I love the backs of these too. Always as a kid, I used to read the backs of these cards. I would find out where they, were born and where they live. And it says Al's outstanding ability and constant performance makes him one of the most difficult batters for pitchers to face. So anyway, there's the 75. I do not have the 75 mini. That is one on my Al Oliver quest. And as you see on the ball, I also have one here. And what do I always say? Two's better than one. Well, guess what? I have one there with the ball, one in my hand, one in my set, my complete set, and one also in the Topps Pirates team set. So I really have 4 of these. But this was one of my favorite cards because we used to go up to the flea market, my local flea market. There's baseball card stands there for years, but back in the early 80s, when I first started getting a little more serious about collecting, that card you see right there was the first Al Oliver card that I got. But my parents took me up and they let me pick a couple cards out, and this was one that I picked out. Got the 1977 Topps. I do not have the cloth. And this was his last Pirates playing days card right here, the 1978. Another one of my favorite sets with the script. I'm a 70s, 80s kid, so you're going to hear me repeat that a million times. I just love the 70s and 80s. And I love a lot of designs from the 50s and 60s as well, but I didn't grow up buying those packs of cards, so. And then this next card I'm going to show, I had at one time. I ended up selling it years ago, and I decided to pick another one up maybe last year sometime. This is the Upper Deck Vintage. It's a relic, Timeless Teams relic. Thought about taking it out of the slab and getting it re-slabbed, but I could deal with it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. I'll be right back. And I'm back. All right, thanks, guys, for joining me tonight on this episode of The Attic. Hope you enjoyed. I hope there weren't too many cobwebs and, bats hanging. Right back there. I got a few bats hanging in the attic. So, that being said, thank you for joining me. I appreciate all you guys, your support, interacting with a lot of you. Let's get to know each other better on this journey, and stay positive, support one another. And so until then, I'll be waving to all yous as I'm walking through the neighborhood of our community. So with that being said, have a super freaking awesome day. Peace, y'all. Stay cool. Later, Gator.